Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shadowcast.
A to B.
Shadowcast Uncut? Is that you? Shadowcast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered cast on
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 376. We've been in the podcast game for over 376 episodes, which means 376 years. We are all omnipotent, all-knowing, and New Age humanity are our slaves. But we're woke, so we're going to let them go. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and joining me tonight, as always, is everybody. Yay! Nobody... no show tonight. This is good. So coming first to my right, he is the gentleman. He is your favorite advocate whenever you slip and fall in a Walmart bathroom because they have no cameras and you could always win money. The one, the only Mr. Robert D.
I never sued Walmart. I wish I did. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be back. It feels like it's been ages. I never thought I'd be one of those guys to go away for a while. Never thought it would happen, but I did, and I'm back. It feels good. It feels like the first time. Yes, it was just hard every week. Every week, I wanted to come, and then some bullshit came up. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Greg was like, just quit. We voted you off. You suck.
He did say that, yeah.
It's true. We already replaced you with a Pacific Islander.
A Pacific Rimmer?
Yes. I don't know. We've had an Australian. What else is there? What else is there in the world?
I love having an Australian.
We should really branch out and get a Filipino to jump on.
We could have a really quiet British person in Cody. Yeah, I like that.
Maybe you can hear him clear his throat sometimes. The queen.
Cody opened a tattoo shop, his own business.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
congratulations, Cody. He doesn't listen though.
No, he doesn't. We're not cool enough for him. So
I don't see a lot of his stuff in my feed. I don't know if it's unfriended me or if it's just the algorithm. I'm assuming it's the algorithm because I think I've seen him thumbs up some stuff.
Why not both?
Why not both?
He tried to unfriend you, and the algorithm was like, I got you, boo.
And coming up next, he is everyone's favorite Facebook admin. He's Mr. Facebook Adamon himself, the one and only Mr. Greg Ford Mercy.
Hi. I had 3 things, and I forgot them all. I had 3 things from the time that Oscar started, and I already forgot all 3 of them.
His face actually looks like a book.
Ooh! I'm gonna jump early and do what I almost got this week. I was at Meijer doing some shopping last night. Kit and I went last minute because we wanted to get some coffee and to have coffee today. And I was looking into books, and there was a Joe Biden coloring book. And
hell yeah, man!
I shared some snippets in one of the chats, but yeah, there's one where it looks like he's feeding a deer like eyeballs. And then it's silly. There's a couple. There's a picture of him and Obama laying in a grassy field staring at the sky. It's called Mr. President's Neighborhood. And that shit's legit as fuck. And I almost bought it, but it was kind of beat up. So if I buy it, I want a good copy. But I put it in the 4th of July section where it belongs.
Did you hide it?
No, I put it in the 4th of July section. I put it right in between the Freedom and the whatever, like sequiny, sparkly T-shirt, whatever it said. Something in red, white, and blue.
You should have done the Target move and hid it behind some diapers or something.
Why? I don't want to come back and get it. I want to find a not rifle, like, flip through copy.
Okay.
People just go into the store like I did and flip through the book without buying it like I did. Do you think I want to buy that one? No.
They just giggle at it.
I was like taking pictures like I was a fucking spy. I was like a Russian spy taking pictures of these documents and left out in the open.
Now we put glue between pages to make people think they are masturbating to coloring book of President Biden. Comrade.
Well, that's a different direction than I was about to go with it, but all right.
Yeah, that worked.
Man, I bit my tongue last night and it fucking sucks.
You hate not saying something you'll regret?
Huh?
You hate not saying something you'll regret?
Mm-hmm.
I had a week of that type of shit going on, that's for sure. And coming up next, he is everyone's favorite sexual rival. The man who taught Ron Jeremy how to suck his own dick. He is the mad scientist. The one, the only, Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
Yay, it's me.
Watch me do it again.
You're doing it wrong. Watch.
You got to inhale and then knock your bottom two ribs in, and then you just go to town on yourself, okay?
Wake up, Ron. We have to stretch.
We got a plank, bro. You got to tighten that core if you're trying to suck your own dick. Anyway. And, of course, you know me, Oscar Alonso. Say what?
I said I like where this podcast is going already.
Oh, this is going to be one of those raunchy episodes, like 5 years ago, raunchy episodes before I left. The ones that would have Bobby shaking his head in disbelief going, what the fuck did I do, Mac?
He's shaking his head at this title.
Did I sign up for
FBSF.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so of course you know me, Oscar Alonso, your favorite host. Has been animator, has been artist, because God, I haven't done shit in months and this block is killing me. But you know me for such... Huh?
Has been Row.
Has been bro, yes, that's right.
Has been.
So FYI with listeners, I've got one of them summer colds and I cannot hit the mute button in time for the sneeze. So I apologize ahead of time.
He does go. He does.
He's got summer corona.
That's right. I'm dying. Good luck with the show, guys.
Jesus, not funny. Fuck. But yeah, so we're gonna get this ball going. And anybody get anything? Greg, you can go first.
I got a bunch of shit, various things. I got some legends. I got a couple of the McFain's toys, Guardian robots, and whatever.
Why do you collect McFan's toys? Are you a communist?
I got the Mechanic Studios Flame Standard. They're Rodimus.
Why do you collect McCann? Are you a totalitarian?
And then I got Iron Factory, their skirts that just came out. And he's pretty cool once I realized I could make him more G1. And I think he's good enough for right now.
Pauldrons, right? It's the Pauldrons.
Yeah, got to switch to Pauldrons. And who the fuck wants a face-plated face? You know, where the fuck did that come from?
It's so stupid. Like, they're all stupid. The one with a mustache. Just a little, like a fucking, like your Spider-Man's boss mustache. Jameson.
I like a mustache. I want pictures of Cybertron.
Get me pictures of Black Arachnia.
But and then I got Mega Maggie. And
yay!
How awesome is that figure?
He's okay, but he suffers from the same thing that those, at least the first couple of Mastermade figures kind of suffered from, in my opinion. That, like, he's kind of shaky. Like when you're going to moving joints, especially joints that have a ratchet, the whole thing like shakes and wobbles.
We call
They
that
like
the Back to the Future.
panels shake on their hinges and stuff.
Oh, I see that now. Way to ruin it for me, dude.
What figure is
But
this?
Iron Factory, Final Assault, whatever, Final Battle.
they're Ultramagnus to represent Magnus on the Blue Flower planet. I can't remember the Caretaker planet and Lost Light or
Venomous Ambus is really great. I mean, that's a good figure overall.
yeah, it's pretty cool. What else did I get?
You know.
I still like it.
Oh, I got Bonnie. I got the I got the Outback and the Brawn, the back cube, and they're cool. They're tiny.
New Age, not bad cube.
Or New Age, yeah. I don't even know why. I was thinking about Brawny. That's why. They're cool, but like they're older, so like. And now that I've been getting new, like I'm getting kind of back into them or picking them up and getting the newer ones and then kind of feeling the older ones, some of the older ones for the very first time. There's a disparity, but I like them.
Why didn't you get the Turtles?
I just, the Legends are novelty enough. I don't really need to get super novelty.
Turtles never transform, Robert. You fucking idiot. God.
I actually would have been on the Turtles if they had done some more remolding on the vehicle mold and it turned into like a Turtle Man. I think it was a missed opportunity.
Well, everybody's on those fucking those turtles that turn into the fucking cubes.
Yeah, I saw those. They're interesting. Not for me, but interesting. One of them does turn into a Turtle Van in that case.
Well, I think you're supposed to kind of put all four of them together, and they make this really vague, like suggestive, like kind of. It's like a vague color palette match.
They form April O'Neil's vagina.
Whoa!
Christmas was on.
So some of my Masters of the Universe Origins pre-orders started trickling in. So
nice. Who'd you get?
Oh man, I got a whole bunch of guys. They all kind of came together. So I got Merman, Beastman, Ram Man, Ninjor, Hordak.
Ninjor?
Ninjor, yep.
Is it a dude called Ninjor?
Let's see. I got Triclops. I got She-Ra.
Nice.
The 2-pack, the Keldor and Cronus, the Mike Young Park He-Man Origins, or the Origin style version of the Skeletor Origin story pack that's a Target. I actually got one right after someone sent me one. Charlotte Andor in the groups. Has been finding it. Has found it. Well, I bought a lot off of her, and then she found those and asked me if I wanted them. So I appreciate that. And then like 2 days later,
cool of her.
Well, after I got the box, like 2 days later, I found them in the store, so I grabbed them. So I have another set, and if there's no need for them anywhere, then I'll use that Keldor body to display another Skeletor head because there's more coming. There's more extra head sculpts coming with the next figures, and I like the coloration on that a little better. Plus, he doesn't have the weird demon feet; he's got like regular feet on that body. So, I got 5 Prince Adam and Sky Sleds.
5.
Target had like a 1-day thing on their website. I think it was 1 day, or it was the last day, and I just didn't hear about it. But they're $30, and they had them for $10 a piece on the website. So ordered 5 of them. Well, because you get the Sky Sled, and then if you switch the parts, you have the attack ram or whatever, which is what the Skeletor guys use. So, so now total, I have 3 Sky Sleds and 3 of the attack rams or whatever. So I can have them evenly matched, like on the shelf. And then that will give me some variance to the displays, because I can put some characters that aren't necessarily visually interesting on the Sky Sled and then make them more interesting and elevate them to create like depth and height in my eventual display. So, and then my Land Shark came in a Big Bad Toy Store, but I haven't shipped that yet. And I was supposed to get Scarecrow and Manny Faces, but those I got from Walmart.com, and the tracking numbers weren't correct. Like I think there's some scam sellers on Walmart now, but I had a gift card. That's why I got them there. So they cost more, but it was free money I got from work. So, you know.
No, you work.
That's being Walmart themselves.
That free money was work. Did you get the free money after an hour? That was called work, Greg.
Oh, I got a gift card for something, but no, it was third-party sellers using the Walmart platform, and I ordered 3 items. One showed up, but it didn't have the right tracking number. They put a tracking number from like a week later to update it. I got a trap jaw. The tracking number they sent was for an 18-pound package to my general area.
Oscar knows what that's like.
They drop shipped that one and Sodak from Amazon Prime. So they drop shipped it and then charged me more. But like I said, it was money that I just got from my job. So I was like, whatever. But it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny to see it. But yeah, I keep my Scareglow and my Manny Faces are MIA, and Scareglow is really important to me from being a kid. Scareglow, Ninjor, Dratcher, Clamp Champ, and there's a couple more that I just can't remember getting, like with my dad, going to get prescriptions and stuff at Kmart when I was little. And like when I was sick and had to go to the doctor a lot when I was a kid, like a little kid, he'd always buy me a He-Man figure to take my mind off being, feverish and whatnot. So like those characters that were all in that last kind of wave that came out are more important to me than the others. So those are the ones that really, when I saw they were all getting made and getting made first, that made me jump into it. But because typically characters like that like don't get made at all, or get made like as exclusives or like way down the line. Like you don't expect to see Ninjor in the second wave. But
I do.
Yeah. Well, it sucks because the head sculpt is molded, and the original toy, he had he was unmasked, and it was just plain black body, and then it was a cloth piece that had the little ninja mask, and then you tied it in the back, and it had like his little outfit. And when I never had I couldn't find a decent shredder. Like even as a kid, I knew that shredder from the original line that was like all like meth head looking wasn't right. So I made armor out of aluminum foil and put it on the Ninjor figure, and that was my shredder when I moved to Ninja Turtles. But which I guess is kind of some subconscious racism, because I took this like stereotypical Asian figure and made him another
God.
Yeah, maybe I should talk to a psychiatrist about some of that latent.
Maybe you should just sit back and sing a little bit. Hallelujah, Christmas, steak and cheese.
Oh, I love egg and cheese. So anyway, to wrap it up, I got Masterpiece Starscream for the new one.
Yay! First one of us to get it.
Transformation. So there's some really neat stuff on there, and I just love the feet are just a chunk.
Is he nice and clean? He looks clean.
Yeah, and like the feet aren't necessarily, there's nothing special. It's just when you flip them out, it's just a chunk. There's no like little tipsy toe you turn around and you're not balancing on like a tripod, or only 2 of the 3 points make contact with the surface when you try to pose them. It's just a fucking block foot. and the fucking heel thruster doesn't wiggle around. You push it up inside, and it locks, and that becomes a stable heel point. And already, like I said, I've half transformed them, and this thing's already got more articulation in the parts I've transformed than the other ones do, and they feel more stable. Like, I know this thing's not going to have problems flopping all over the place like the.
Not like Michael J. Fox.
Panel flop
You
off.
just say Michael J. Fox, man. He like to howl at the moon. Oh, at the moon. I'm sorry. I don't know what has gotten into me tonight, but I'm in a damn good mood.
I wonder if we're going to get a strike for the Blue Christmas.
We're not monetized. We're not monetized. We're like the only show that's not monetized, and it's very liberating.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want. We could like just sing MC Hammer right now if we wanted to.
We can say anything like vaginal discharge and not get in trouble.
I thought there was something. I thought they could still maybe push it somehow. Like maybe the fact that we sold merchandise in the past for using their intellectual property to ultimately push our merchandise, which is, we
really lost that opportunity, Greg. There's a fucking year and a half of pandemic, and we could have sold SCU face masks, hand sanitizer.
I told you, but I needed some more input. I even made like those little mock-ups. Remember? Jesus.
A mock-up is not where you make fun of the thing. Jesus Christ.
Well, the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, they do it in Lego all the time.
We were going to do the sanitizer bottles with the little leashes so you don't lose them. Like little pandemic, like related stuff with the Shattercast logo.
No, I thought they were gonna be like those butt plug tails, but instead it was a butt plug with a hand sanitizer attached to it, and you had to like.
What were they gonna say? Cover your face, Chip, or mask the fuck up, Chip. But yeah, that shit costs so much to get made in less than like in just like 100,000 unit quantities that there was no way we could gouge you guys. And with anything.
We could have ordered 100. We could have ordered like 1,000 pieces, and then you, Greg, can get those T-shirt guns and just stuff it with face masks and just. Hey, a bunch of kids playing in the playground. Take one of them out off the fucking spin wheel.
That's not our style. Our style is to order 1 ounce squeeze bottles, and we end up getting 1 gallon squeeze bottles. I can get like 200 of them. I don't understand it. The 1 ounce squeeze bottles were really good.
We actually could have done that too, because we clearanced out a whole bunch of like those big things of hand sanitizer that people weren't really buying up anymore because they already bought them all. The first couple go rounds, we could have relabeled those with the Shattercast sticker, and we should at least get some stickers, man. I'm gonna look into that. We at least need to get some stickers and stuff made, even if we don't make like a whole bunch of other shit.
Be giants, dude.
Can you imagine if we made a commercial for Shattercast hand sanitizer? Not sure if you got the toy that's sanitary or came from a corona-ridden home. Uh-oh, did the buyer just announce he tested positive for COVID-19? New Shattercast Uncut hand sanitizer. Sanitize your hands to greatness.
We could just
order $199.95.
We could just buy a bunch of like gallon size sandwich bags bags that don't have the zip, like that style, but the kind that don't have the zip, or shit with the zip, and we could sell them. Just put nothing on them, just sell them right out of the box. The Shattercast that's action figure quarantine vessels.
But no zip. No zip. No like crease. Nothing. It's just that cheap sandwich bag flop over top.
Like
but we can't do that. Open and Play will fucking sue us.
I'll have no blue.
We can get around that by including instructions. So let's go on some random instructions for some other product, print that off, and then throw a sheet of that into the bag.
Make a Transformer, send them instructions about how to work a freaking Jurassic Park Velociraptor action figure.
I mean, just go like get some IKEA furniture assembly instructions, and then just of everything that says IKEA so they can't sue us. And then just include that with the bag. And put that in the bag, thus driving the point home that the bag is not sanitary in any way. People pay more for less on eBay scams.
We got to move on. Robert, what?
Hold on. We couldn't break into the third-party toy market. We couldn't break into the clothing business. We couldn't even get shoes made right. But we can get in that eBay scam business.
We got some fucking magnets. I want one of those magnets.
I think I still have
big-ass magnets.
I think I still have a couple, but they may be like cut fucked up. But they could be fixed if you have a regular old table cutter. Like
I still remember that. I don't cut tables. I still remember that episode was called Ultramagnus. I still remember it. I still remember. That was one of my favorite episodes. Ultramagnus.
All right, we got to get moving on, man. Robert, what did you get this week or the past month?
I don't know what I fucking get the past. I got all the Magic Square Stunnicons. I know that.
Well, that's good, man. That's really good.
You got Titan Chicken Top.
What did I get? Titan Chicken Top. What the hell's that?
If you tighten the joints up, that thing's fucking money. I love that fucking thing. I'm so glad I decided to get that on a whim.
Oh, good. I'm glad for you. You can tighten the joints. Wait, what do they use? Screws?
Some of it's pinned. I just tightened it up with like a polyurethane, or not polyurethane, like a polyvinyl type.
What you removed pins?
No, you just drip the stuff in there. Like you can get Minwax cells, and I'm pretty sure that Kiki stuff that they sell is that stuff or something extremely similar because they behave the same. Because I actually bought some of the Kiki to try it against the can of Minwax I got from the store, but it's not like polyurethane or anything like that. But it's the polyvinyl, and it just puts a coat. And it's sturdier than full polish, and it doesn't like the extra will flake off, but the actual coat that you put on there doesn't flake off like it does with other stuff. And then, like I said, it behaves like the Kiki stuff. So if you just want to buy the Kiki stuff, that works too. It's just it costs more, but you're paying for convenience. But yeah, I put that shit all over that combined mode, and now he's a fucking champ. Anyway, I'll shut up now so we can get the show going.
What else did I get? I got the Magic Square Bee. I got the Newage Bee and Cliff Jumper 2-pack.
Okay.
Love them. I love them all. Like, they're so little. How can I pick one over the other? I love them all. I got the Magic Square Cliff Jumper. He's kind of stupid. He's one that's kind of, he's not so good. I don't like either mode.
They missed the mark so far on that Cliff Jumper.
The Magic Square. He doesn't hold together well. He doesn't hold together well in alt mode, and it's just frustrating. Like, fuck this.
And what car did Magic Square look at and like, yeah, that's Cliff Jumper? Like, he doesn't look like the cartoon, and he doesn't look like the car he's supposed to be. So, like, what the fuck were they doing?
Yeah, right. If it's, you'd think if it doesn't look too accurate, they at least made it solid.
Yeah.
It's really not so good. And what else? I got the Magic Square Perceptor, and he is extremely impressive. And now, mind you, I opened him next to the Newage Shockwave, and he's better than the Newage Shockwave.
Nice.
He's extremely impressive. Sculpt, paint, articulation. I just haven't transformed him yet, but the materials don't feel as soft. Everything about that figure so far is really like high end. And I got the Newage Shockwave. Jesus.
Sorry.
Let's see. I know he comes with a. What does he come with? He doesn't come in much. He comes with himself, so he can play with himself. He comes with a little. He comes with a little Shockwave and just a flat salute hand, and that's it. And I think no. Then he comes with a tube and a stand. Comes with a stand, which is cool for the gun. A tube for his arm. A little himself to play with himself, and I'll slap you across the
masturbation.
face. Slap you across the face hand.
If he's gonna play with himself, I'm glad he can come with himself. But I was actually asking about the Perceptor.
The Perceptor comes with the gun. That's it.
Yeah,
what do you want him to come with? A Petri dish?
Perhaps that hand can be used for something else.
What
something controversial.
I like accessories, but like there is a point where they just throw shit in just to throw shit in. Like there's some stuff, especially at legend scale, like there's some stuff you just don't need that small. Like you can't even tell what the fuck it is.
I think
that's why I was curious. I was worried that he came with something.
No, I got PTSD that fucked with me to this day from the Iron Factory Megatron. That shit fucked me up, and I haven't recovered since. You know, I had such a clean system going. I was throwing out boxes, bagging accessories, and you know, nothing was too overwhelming. And then that fucker hit, and it just pumped the brakes in my life.
Yeah, I got that. I got the bludgeon coming. So
good.
I'm wondering. I'm hoping he doesn't have all those accessories.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I mean, the only thing is the bludgeon, you know, and the Leo Prime, and it's just
that one was shit though.
It's right, but I mean, you feel, at least I felt like, wow, I'm really kind of, you know, really changing, like, you know, taking a hard left at the fork in the road here. What the fuck am I collecting? You know,
yeah, but at least it's little stuff. I can tolerate a little deviance from the path at that scale versus like I don't instantly regret it like some like quote unquote masterpiece scale figures.
I got a ton of risers, so I've started implementing them. I got some like big long stadium step risers from Iron Factory to go with my Make Toys Utopia. And I like the look. The only issue, I just put whatever I could just on the steps. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, and they're pretty wide. You can get 4 legends, you know, across on each step. I just put them up there just to get them on see what it looked like, you know. And then when I was like, okay, I like this, everything went up there just fine, no issues whatsoever. But as soon as I was like, you know what, let me put this one up here and this one up here, fucking dominoes. It was just, I couldn't stop knocking things down. They're falling downstairs off. That wasn't bad enough that they'd be taking shelf dives. They'd fall downstairs first and then fly. And it's just, it fucked me up again. It just hit the brakes. I'm like, fuck it. I was in here just losing my mind. I was like, oh, let's rekindle the magic. Oh, let's get a display going. And within 5 minutes, I'm like in my crowded office, fucking one thing falls, but I hear 5 things crash and I can't see anything. And I'm just like, fuck it. Fuck this. Fuck it. I'm just fucking walking out of the room. I had a blue. Anyway, and what else did I get? Syphilis. Got syphilis.
Yeah, me too, mine. We got it from the same person.
That's a new Ocular Max figure. Yes. I think that's it. I know I got other shit, but I don't know what. So we'll leave it at that.
Just leave it at that. It'd be better if we did. If we left it up.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Fucking leave it at that.
Yeah. I did forget one thing. I don't want to harp on it, but it was actually the bigger things I got. It was G Creation 6 shot.
What?
I got the G Creation 6 shot.
Ooh.
I got that, but I haven't really messed with it. I took it out of the box and just left it alone for a minute because 6 shot figures get overwhelming, and sometimes there's little bits that you don't quite jump into it, and you're already getting frustrated because you got 6 things to do.
What's his name again? Signa or some shit?
Fuma.
Fubar?
Yeah, I don't know. But he's pretty. But he's really, he's detailed. He would look really good with Gigapower Dinobots. Just fucking, sorted up or holding those knives. And
now, why didn't you get the fans toys?
I've had the Fans Choice twice, and both of them had the same issues. And it wasn't that good of a figure from the jump, in my opinion, to be able to tolerate the issues. For me, like, it wasn't worth. Ultimately, the stress of the issues to me wasn't worth having the character. I liked the DX9 one, but I assumed the Fans Toys one would be perfect. So, because that was a time when they were really hitting a stride with really good figures, and I got rid of the DX9 one, and I kind of wish I had, because now you can't find the DX9 one for less than fucking Fans Toys money.
Really?
I'm not doing that. Yeah, and now that people assume that they've never released it. I mean, they're still re-releasing. That factory's going to crank out DX9 stuff for a while. But, like, I don't want to. I was just going to try it. This is the only one I haven't tried. And he seems okay. But I'm sorry. I'll shut up again. I'm sorry.
All right, Justin, what'd you get this week?
Nothing Transformers wise. I don't think I've really gotten anything. Let's see. So it's been like a month now. You know me. I don't ship piles of loots for a while. So next show I'll have stuff, but not this show. I did get some more Build the Ecto 1 stuff, so I'm even more behind now. But in my month that, since I've last been on this show, I have started building it again and filming it. I just got to go ahead and get off my ass and actually edit those videos. And then I learned about a power mod for it, so you can actually just hook it up to, the actual, wall outlet, as opposed to putting batteries in and risking them corroding and stuff like that. So I ordered that, but it comes from England, so it's gonna be, it was like a 5 to 7 week shipping time on it, and so I'm waiting for that. And I got another 4 issues came in, but they screwed that one up and gave me 2 from the previous set. I'm like, how did you guys? I don't even understand how you guys messed this one up. So I had to contact them, and now I have to wait for my actual proper issue to show up. But I got more of them, so more on that backlog. Oscar, what'd you get?
AIDS.
I got some stuff on their way from the Chosen Prime. I'll talk about it when it gets here, because I'm really excited for this haul. A lot of good things coming. Really happy. But I did get 2 Netflix War for Cybertron DCS figures. That's the Black Deco Ironhide. For those not in the know of what I'm talking about, picked up 2 of them. Got lucky. I was like, oh, sweet. So picked them up. Love them. They're great. Also picked up, let's see, what else? Non-Transformers related. Thanks to Tyler Letty, Mr. Tyler L. Hooked me up with a Major Blood.
Snowflake.
As well as a Playboy Destro, Tiger King Destro. As well as a Cobra Commander, G.I. Joe Classified Series. The Major Blood and Cobra Commander are a gift for my buddy Ryan, his birthday pass. So, you remember them, you guys, when we played Fortnite with them. Yeah. So we're looking to give him those when he shows up this Saturday. He'll fucking be stoked. But I'm keeping Tiger King Destro because that's just epic. And that seems to be it. Not a big haul. Big haul's on its way.
Yeah, same for me. So
yeah,
mine.
So that'll be here
Out,
Friday.
so, next episode I'll have something to talk about. So
yes. Yeah, Magic Square Stunticons, fucking beautiful set, Robert. Beautiful set.
Yeah.
I also got the Ultra Maggie. Beautiful, fun.
He's one of the best legends I've ever handled, honestly.
Yep. I mean, he's freaking huge, but Menasaure's still bigger. So, but yeah, I'm looking at this combined Magic Square Menasor, and I'm just like, yeah, that's Menasor. So I'll be hard pressed to let go of this set.
Letting my MPs.
So, moving on to movie news, which I guess we could just generally talk about it. The next Transformers movie that is going to take place after the Bumblebee film is going to be called Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Yay.
And breaking news, Ron Perlman will voice Optimus Primal once more. Because why do we need a scene of Gary Chalk and Peter Cullen's talking to each other? We could just have, fucking Hellboy. Because, he did a great job in that Prime Wars trilogy. He didn't. I'm just being honest here. It's about as flat and wooden as you could get. It's up there with Pornhub acting. But whatever. Yeah, so glad that Ron Perlman is voicing Optimus Primal again. I get that he has fans, and that's cool. Not a fan of this decision. But then again, I wasn't a fan of the other films until Bumblebee came out. And I swear to God, I really just hope they're not going to sit there and introduce a freaking character who's like, she's young, hip, sexy. But she knows the Autobots. I just don't think we need that right now.
Oh, they will.
So I don't know what everyone else's thoughts on that.
I don't know, like the whole Beast thing, like I'm not a fan of Beast Wars, and to me, like, it makes even less sense in a modern time. Like, you could get away with Beast Wars when they're all hanging around with cavemen, but like if we're not hanging around with cavemen, it's like Optimus is like, I must be a gorilla. It's like, why? Like, why a fucking gorilla? Like, Decepticons.
Wait a minute, though.
Roll out. Starscream's a jet. He's like, I got the perfect counter for that jet. It's a gorilla.
Wait a minute, though. Who says Optimus is going to be, they're not the same character.
Yes, but regardless, if it's not the same character, like, what sense does, like, Dinobots, they make sense because they're big metal robotic dinosaurs, but like if your Rise of the Beasts are like, you've got a ape, primal or whatever else, like, to me, I'm just like, yeah, I don't understand what's going on with that. Like, I don't understand the decision. What reason would, a Transformer pick that, their alt mode, to be a bio, or like an organic life form, when you're dealing with technological other things? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It'd be like Megatron turning into a sword instead of a gun, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. But I could slice him really good, but okay, you're still a sword.
But I mean,
I'm a sharp sword.
In the show, they were, the computer went and scanned local life forms. So it wasn't like he chose the gorilla mode. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Optimus Prime didn't choose the truck mode when they crash landed on Earth in the Ark, and Teletran 1 sent out the Scout. They never chose their alt modes. Could they have changed it? According to Bay movie logic, yes, they could change them at any time. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of just them scanning it themselves. So that I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that.
Yes,
I understand where you're coming
too.
from.
But like, if Bumblebee's on Earth and he's already, he's already a car, right? And Optimus Prime understands what's going on. Like, why would another set of, anybody show up? They're like, we're gonna blend in with the local zoo.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Why?
Because it's bananas.
Yeah, it is.
See what you did there, son of a bitch. But and another thing that came up recently was a trailer for Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom. And the nerd tears are overflowing my mug, but my thirst is quenched. They are all pissed because, gasp, the Beast Wars crew did not return to voice these characters.
Oh, Mom!
Like you expected a company that has gone with non-union voice actors to reach out to unionize members of the union voice actors that are members. I don't know if they're a member of the union or not, but did you really expect to hear Scott McNeil as Dinobot? Did you really expect to hear Gary Chalk as Optimus Primal? Come on. Like, I'm sorry, but no, that wasn't going to happen. I wasn't surprised.
Look, you know what? I don't think anybody should have any faith whatsoever that it's going to be a good movie. If you are disappointed that it's a bad movie, shame on you. You are a fucking idiot. Like, really, it's gonna be bad on many levels. And
I genuinely feel bad for the Beast Wars fans because this is their time, right? They're celebrating Beast Wars. They're getting reissues. They're getting new figures. I think it's great for them. But then it's like, here's the Netflix series. Here's the Maximals. And it's like, ew.
Were people really surprised, though, that the original Beast Wars people were not doing these voices? Like, you don't have any of the original G1 people doing the Earthrise stuff. Like,
I want to find this post, dude. But yes,
they were the thing. Just go on Gary Chalk's page. He's upset that he's not done it. He expects
broke. Look, the fact is, I think Beast Wars collectors deserve to experience what G1 fans have experienced. So I think it should suck. I think it should be disappointing, but they should get their hopes up first.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
They should.
I mean, it's done by Rooster Teeth. What did the fans expect? I mean, this is the company that when they produce Death Battles and stuff like that, and they use characters from Ruby, they're one of the original series in the Death Battle with a popular character, the Ruby character wins all the fucking time. So I mean, I'm not sure what you expected from Rooster Teeth to this extent. And you know, some people say the first season sucked, and then the second. You know, a lot of people say the second season sucked too. I'm in between. They had great moments. They had bad moments. And now it's like, shit. But hey, shout out to Ryan Miller, a friend of mine on Facebook, who actually made the cover of IDW Beast Wars comic book with his watercolor art. It's fucking beautiful. So happy for that guy. But he doesn't listen, so that's okay.
Yep.
Yep. So.
Oh, good. Oh, good. If Mech Fans Toys did it, they wouldn't pay him.
Yeah, they'll probably steal his artwork for the next freaking piece figure they do, if they do one. But I guess we can, with that being spoken about, let's go ahead and move on to third-party news. Newage Bee and Cliff repaints.
Who didn't expect all of these?
Their name is Shocker.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Could be, should be. Shocker.
I presume that you have to buy, to get Hubcap, you probably have to buy him and, like, Bug Bite or something like that. That's what it's looking like. Him and Bug Bite, and then fucking zombie cliff jumper, apparently. And, I don't know. Whatever. That's stupid.
I like the whole idea of the zombie cliff jumper, actually. Do we have
one? That is pretty cool. Fucking zombie.
That's not a zombie.
No.
How's he a zombie?
I think it's what they're, I don't know. Or is it like shattered glass? I'm not sure.
They're calling it the black and gold cliff jumpers be called Mirror Zombie.
How many black and gold zombies?
Well, that depends who you ask. Yeah, so you have a hubcap.
Yeah, it's the only one that I'm excited for from these, like, because even though hubcap's kind of pointless, I want it. So I mean, Bug Bite's cool because I like the colors and all that stuff, but like, my problem is it's never actually Bug Bite. You know, like Bug Bite was still a yellow beetle, and he had a very strange head and all that stuff. Because
yeah.
But
I like Glyph too. I like
strange
the blue.
head. Come on.
Well, yeah, that's right. The blue is Glyph, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
That looks very neato. And the zombie just stands out. I like his color scheme. I think it kind of works. Not a big fan of hubcap. Gonna say it right now.
I'm getting.
Yeah, I can pick and choose from these and not have to get a set. Like I wish I could get one from one or one from the other, or just one, because the zombie one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like you forgive the flaws in the design because it finally has a cliff jumper head and has the little cliff jumper fin on his chest.
What flaws in the design are you talking about, though?
The aesthetics. I mean, they're little and they're cute, but they are a little mess. They just are very messy looking, you know?
No, I mean, I don't think like some of the things people were crying about before they came out, like the where the seams and the body are, like it's really not as clear as it is in super high definition close-up photography.
Because they're so tiny.
Yeah, like of course it's gonna look fucking ginormous because they're trying to show details on on these little things. Like people don't realize just how big these things are in pictures. Like I was surprised as fuck. I got the box. I thought like they sent me one. I thought they just decided to send me one somehow. They made a special box just for one. But I don't know. I think they're better. I don't even know. I put that Magic Square bee back in his box, and he's in a tote somewhere already. And I never even messed with that cliff jumper. I couldn't do it.
But the hubcap, right? You take away the cliff head, and it just highlights kind of the flaws of the mold.
Oh yeah.
Because that head just looks like a fucking Lego.
It does. I want a bumper. Someone needs to make a bumper, and bumper is tough because
they will.
He's got to be remolded though. You know
why?
Because he's not cliff jumper and he's not Bumblebee.
What color is he?
He's Bumble Jumper.
Yeah, he's totally different. He's still yellow, but he doesn't have either of their front ends. He's totally different.
You're gonna get the cliff. You're gonna get the cliff jumper chest. And you're gonna get the yellow cliff jumper, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, they're gonna do yellow cliff jumper too, because that was the thing.
Yep.
I do like the one photo they got of Glyph with his leg off, and he's crawling.
Oh, Glyph, you fucking loser! He's like, "Grrr!" He's got 2 legs off.
There's but a flesh wound.
Isn't Glyph a she? Am I wrong?
I don't think it matters. They're all Cybertronians in my eyes.
You see
Don't
the
be
face?
a transphobe, bro.
See how miserable that face is? I'd say that's a she.
Uh-huh.
That looks like a she on a good day. Yeah, why would you talk to me?
You're not returning my calls.
Vaginal discharge.
I have vaginal discharge.
I got on my monitor.
Vaginal discharge?
No, the raspberries I made. Anyway. Yeah, so these are them. These aren't bad. They're not awful.
Yeah.
I love that dial they're using, though. It's like, yeah, hubcap and bug bite going at it. I don't... Like, is hubcap smiling? Is this face sculpt like him smiling? No. Okay, good. All right, yeah. The one photo, the last photo, number 17, second to last one, looks like he's smiling.
Anyway, what's next?
All right, well, moving on after that, is going to be the X Transbots Masterpiece Scale Groove prototype images. Ooh. I can't copy this.
There it goes. I turned it into a link.
Excellent. And
He looks like
uploading now. Definitely looks like Groove.
I'm happy with it. I think it looks good. I'm real excited for this set. Spoiler alert: the first part is in my my stuff that's coming soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I might have to throw a fuzz in. I was gonna hold off, but I don't want to end up paying. Well, I guess he's a regular price, so I don't know.
What's that mean, though?
I can't wait for X Transbots to do the yes model defensor thing, and then just actually, Generation Toys is probably the worst offender now. It's just they release everything but Hotspot, and it just never combines. How do you make a combiner combine? You solve that problem by not releasing the parts to make it combine.
the designers finish Hotspot, they're like, we're done. It's like, oh, good. Does it combine? Wait, it's supposed to do what now?
Is a what?
No, you're crazy, Hirameshi.
You know how
no, Ratsu.
You know how riddle the wreck gonna be? It's a motorcycle.
It's gonna look ridiculous. All Americans in their stupid motorcycles.
You know how much money we waste on the Combaticon mode with the tank rig and the frickin' Jeep rig? Not again!
This is my impression of American on the motorcycle. Let's ride our Harleys into the forest. Stupid! Stupid American!
I want to distance myself from this part of the show.
Socially?
I just want to say that I'm not part of this bit.
He's like, I just want to say I'm not part of this show. Let me just socially distance from this part of the show. Do you really think this groove looks good? I mean, don't you think it's look, I'm not saying it looks bad. Okay, let me take that back. But it is definitely going very detailed, right? And I mean, what other figures are coming out now that are this detailed?
I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit because that's exactly what I dislike about the MP line. I don't like that they're going to this cartoon simplicity bullshit. So keep it into realistic looking alt modes that make robots that are reminiscent of what we saw in the cartoon. Honestly. I will say it and I'll say it again. Like the cartoon, when you watched it as a fucking 7-year-old, you're like, you did not see it as blocky robots. Like the MP line used to be what you saw the show as a kid, basically.
So what is this guy going to be like $60, and then Hotspot's going to be $5,000?
Probably.
I love how people continue to say, like you saw the show. Like the MP line used to be how you saw the show.
It's how you rationalized it as a little kid. Did you not see a yellow Volkswagen Beetle and be like, it's Bumblebee? You didn't go, oh, he didn't look anything like that. He looked like this, half-drawn Volkswagen Bumblebee.
Because when I was a kid, there weren't a lot of Bumblebees. There weren't a lot of Beetles.
Yeah, I know. I just said that. I realized that.
Well, hold on. No, but there's a very specific point. There's a very specific point in my life, or moment in my life, to Bumblebee. So there weren't a lot of Beetles. But when I was in high school, I used to hang out with this kid. Like, we just met somewhere, and we're bored, and we were with other people, and we met. We ended up just getting out of wherever we were at, just hanging out together. But he knew some girl, and we went over to her house, and she was all into like 50s, 60s, like pinup shit, but she had this Beetle that was all done up. That was the first time I had ever been in a Beetle and close to a Beetle in my life. And I remember the first thing I thought of was Bumblebee. And I'm like, this isn't what a Beetle looks like. Or this isn't what Bumblebee looks like. Like, Bumblebee's got a different end, and Bumblebee's little.
Bumblebee's a Camaro.
This was way before that. This was Beast Wars days when this happened. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get I think if I get one of these, it's gonna be and I'm gonna have to get one of them because I'm tired of waiting. It's gonna be the MMC because I can deal with them being smaller than Devastator, and like I can.
What
see
about scale, bro? Do you even collect?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think you should get this, Justin.
No, I'm totally.
I'm getting tired of this.
You cannot tell me, like, you will never convince me that I don't want the realistic looking alt modes and stuff. Just never.
No, but it's X-Transbot. It's gonna
Doesn't matter.
suck.
X-Transbots has actually come a long way lately.
And they're
still way better than they used to be.
There's some hit or miss. There's still.
Yes, of course.
A minute, but.
Well, Justin, in all fairness, Justin is the kind of collector that would enjoy alt modes on a display.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like I said, I mean, I've never been shy about saying that the alt modes of the Transformers is one of the things that was important to me. Like it's always been that way. I love the cars that they come from, and I don't like. I've specifically tailored my collection for most pieces. I have ones that are very cartoon accurate, like Sunstreaker, but like I've specifically gone for the ones that have the best representation of the cars. So.
And that's a very, very valid way to look at it. I am more, when I said what I said, I was more thinking about like the wording and like
sure.
And not you specifically. I just mean generally, like when things like that get thrown up in that debate, the direct, like the way that like it comes out is like, like how can you not think this?
Sure. No. And I've had this discussion with some people, and like, it's the one thing that is like, it's great about this time in collecting is that there are companies doing the hyper cartoon accurate, and there's companies that are doing, like the original, G1 style where you have that more detail. Like Fans Toys is guilty of it with Sea Spray. Like their Sea Spray looks like it's trying to be more cartoon accurate, whereas the X Transbot one is kind of more like, I guess, like realistic alt mode accurate, with all those extra details and things like that. So like, you have these options, and that's a great thing to have. So
yeah, I think I'm kind of seeing some of the downfall in that, like in terms of being visually, and even in some cases being physically, like physically as in like transform, like handling it, feeling substantial, because getting into some of these characters that were like little characters that,
I'll be right back.
Like they were kind of like, some of them kind of mostly faded in the background anyway, and they weren't that interesting to begin with. That's why they weren't main characters. And, that's kind of how I feel with some of these, like Warpath, Ron, even that Sea Spray. Like, I like them, and I like those characters, but they're not as exciting to me. Like,
sure,
won't be as exciting to get one as I would be to get a Starscream or even something that we don't have, like that FansHobby Doubledealer that they've been showing.
Did you say double healer?
Yes, double healer. It's like a double rainbow. I saw a double rainbow the other day. I got off work. There was a double rainbow behind me. And I was going to do the double rainbow, but there wasn't anybody around me that would have got the reference. There wasn't anybody that was... They were either too young or too old. There wasn't anybody in my age range anywhere nearby. So...
That's when you know you're old. The double rainbow thing is old. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about like the early days of YouTube. Like when that starts being a marker for old age. Like that was only like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. But yeah. Oh yeah, I see these people at work, born in the late 90s. And they're fucking, they're doing adult things. Just like, oh, okay. And then I see people that like look about my age, and they are about my age. And then I'm like, oh, I'm old. Or I see people I think are older than me, and I'm like, oh, at least this person's not going to turn out to be 15, 20 years younger than me. And then they end up being exactly my age when I was hoping they'd be a little older. Anyway, what's next?
Well, coming up next is FansHobby Doubledealer. Yay!
Double healer.
Double healer.
Double healer.
I don't care about this, but I do love the Go Shooter in the back. So.
What kind of prime is that with him?
Shittimus.
That's the
their Fire Guts convoy thing.
Yeah, that's the Fire Guts of the first one.
Power Master.
I can't think of what it's called now. Yeah, their Power Master one. I can't think of what it's called now.
Oh, he's huge.
Power Baser.
Power Baser, yeah, that's
wow,
right. You
that
said
thing is big.
You said Power Master.
Isn't it funny, like cheap-looking neon plastic? I mean, my mind told me this was small, when in fact it's fucking huge.
I mean, Justin, that could even be resin, right?
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Isn't he supposed to have a missile cock instead of it being on his back? Isn't it supposed to be his penis?
No. That was
Yeah, that's never been the case. That was like scatter shot from the Protect the Computron.
Well, you know, like everybody play time at one point as a kid. You had to plug it in there. There was a hole to plug that giant missile in his crotch. You were going to do it. Who doesn't want to see a vulture flying around with a giant missile coming out of his crotch? I know I did it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I was like 7 years old. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm very excited. The only thing about it is, and I just said something about scale with Defensor, but isn't this thing going to be really out of scale with Shuda and what's her face and the other guy?
Yeah, well, they're going to be like, so they are kind of like your quote-unquote deluxe MP scale, like your MP cars. And this guy's like MP10 size. I mean, I think it's still kind of reasonable for them, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't really remember. I can only remember I can remember their scales like as humans, so I know that he's like a little smaller, but I couldn't remember if it was that much bigger.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of hinges on those wings. Like a lot. And they fold up to, it looks like they fold up to be the back of the truck mode that he has.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to fold away. Like, they're huge wingspan. It's got to fold away. Yeah, I'm excited because this is another one of those. Like, I clearly remember having this guy, and I really liked it. And I thought it was cool that all my friends had, like, their headmasters and stuff. And I had this guy that had two little guys. And I think that's why I still like the ones that had the little partner guys to this day. Is because I was like, well, I two guys. I got a bat and a guy. I was like, this is like Soundwave.
Yep. This looks really gnarly. I like it so far. Can't wait to see color prototypes.
Yeah, we'll see. That may convince me later on, but like I don't have a huge draw to Double Dealer. I never had him as a kid. Like, I don't know. It's weird because in the same breath, I'm like, I really like that Ghost Shooter who I never had as a kid, and really have no reason to be drawn to him. But I don't know. Just a police car.
Do you have are you drawn to Double Clouder?
No.
Like if we give him his Master Force name?
Yeah, no. My problem is I didn't love Master Force, you know? I don't know.
I did. That was just the right amount. That was the right amount of batshit with my... That was like, Zone was over the top. Victory pushed it, but like... I like some of the characters of Victory, like some of the designs I like Kaiser a lot, but Master Force was a good balance of like your Japanese bullshit and then like the Transformers that I remember. You know, the Transformers I had here as a kid. Like the bad guy, whatnot. Like the Decepticon leader, whatnot. Orb of Light. You know?
Yeah.
Or a disembodied voice. It could have used more capes, though. Could have used more capes.
Yeah, it could have. But yeah, this you know, let's see what's next here on the list is Magic Square Ultramagnus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's getting way too much publicity right now. They're just pushing too hard with their marketing. I'm getting bored seeing so many videos about it. It's taking the fun away from it. Like, we all know it's coming out. We're all excited about it, the ones that want to get it, if you have the white Prime. But I mean, it's like, come on. It's like it's taking away that initial, you know, excitement when you get to do it yourself the first time.
See, I haven't been watching really anything. I kind of started watching that one video and just figured, you know, like I saw that it was going to work. And like I watched enough of it to alleviate a couple of concerns I had, and I figured the rest will be a surprise. Because I got that white prime from AliExpress. I think it should be here. Soonish. I didn't pay a lot. Obviously I didn't pay a lot for it. That's why I ordered it from AliExpress.
You know what I don't like?
$1, and it showed up. So.
You know what I don't like, Greg?
Okay.
I don't. Besides, no peace in the Middle East. I'm okay with it being like truly parts for me. I'm fine with that. It doesn't need to be all-in-one armor that transforms around the prime. I'm fine with that. But you're going the true, easy route where it's parts that literally pull apart to attach around his body. I don't like the extra guns he comes with that have nothing to do with Ultramagnus. It's like, okay, those are necessary to alt mode. They are not necessary to a G1 bot. Right. But I've got to fucking keep those things hanging around if I ever want to be able to transform him back into his car carrier.
That's been the issue. That's been the issue since the commander armors. That's been the issue. There's been a chunk that was just there.
The BFG for the commander armors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Capcom, Iron Man, gun.
Yeah. The only thing about the commander armors, though, is that you maybe could have alleviated it because they never made him a true car carrier. It was always like a box of parts on the back, So.
This is okay, if you're gonna have your Ultramagnus on the shelf, you have to, and if you want him to look G1, you cannot have these ginormous fucking cannons on his shoulders and stuff. So you basically have to keep this chunk of shit on your shelf.
Yeah.
Or you keep it in a box in your closet.
Then you got to rummage through your box if you want to transform him on a whim, Are you gonna? I'm not gonna.
Run into it. I wonder if that's why we haven't gotten that concept officially. Really, I mean, I know it does it in that one, but there's a lot. I mean, that's I almost consider them doing shit like that in a mainline release. It's a little experiment. That's just a little something the guys are messing around with, and they were just fuck it. There's so many. That thing's got so many shortcomings, and you can say it's only this much money. It's only so this will work. It's a sacrifice to make this gimmick work, but it's yeah, but
man, I mean, he looks pretty fucking stupid with all that shit.
Right. Wasn't that armor that you're talking about? Was it all integrated? Was it the fans project? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, but it was there was the centerpiece of the trailer just folded in half and clipped together to make a BFG, a big, huge, stupid gun.
What was the rest of it, an integrated transformation, or was it pieces that popped off?
Everything was pieces that popped off.
Yeah, so if you're looking at just the trailer unit, and let's face it, to where the cab would be on the left, the back from the trailer to the left, the back to the right. So the very front was the gauntlets, and then inside of that was the shoulder stuff, and then the legs, the foot and the leg part made the back, and then it all fit together. But the part that was holding it in, the part made the top of the truck that was holding everything into a cohesive piece was that chunk of extra. So you had the entire top of the package, of toy you got from its longest points. The entire top of that was already in the interior, was already waste. Outside of that one mode, everything else was thrown to the side.
And just to be clear, this set you have to have the Light of Freedom white Ultramagnus figure already. So this is just the armor.
Yeah.
Oof. Good luck to those that don't own them.
Yeah, but at least getting that Magnus is relatively cheap, because when those commander armors came out, that shit was quick. People, because they were in Targets, and people were flipping them they were there and they bought them all. And people were charging $200 for that prime, so you could buy this $100 armor. And at that point, it was all new. It was all new, so
Yeah, I paid a lot to get my white Ultramagnus back in the day.
I remember paying quite a bit just to get the fucking Skywarp that came with them.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mistake. Jesus. What?
This is gonna suck.
I'm about to crunch a chip. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna mute. I want to try these chips Kit has, and she won't give them to me because she thinks I'm gonna crunch it without muting.
Kit's a thoughtful person.
Indeed.
She is.
Yeah, so
Rob said you're very thoughtful, Kit, and I'm not.
So outside the God damn.
Does she know you eat ice while you're on the show?
Oh yeah, I eat ice all the time. I have to.
You can't have a chip?
Often. A chip? We don't make chips around here, bud. I don't have a chip.
If you're gonna eat a chip, do you first tell it to shut the fuck up every time?
Yes.
Oh, you mean like I thought you meant like ice chips, like in the hospital when they call that like ice chips. Oh, well, I can take a chip, taste the flavor, and then just let it kind of dissolve in my mouth. But an ice cube, like, you got to crunch, because after a while it starts hurting.
You mean with your mouth, right?
Hmm?
Nothing.
Yeah, with my pocket.
They do have a comparison picture of the new set with the original Magic Square Ultramagnus they released. That was all one unit.
Yeah.
Right here in my hand.
You know,
I don't like
obviously
that original Ultramagnus. Robert hyped him up way too much for me.
See, I like the Mech Fans Toys one. It's way too big, but they made it so the chest opens.
Yeah, the Mech Fans Toys one is my current Ultramagnus in my Legends collection. He is big, but I'm okay with it for now. So.
Well, I have the official one too, the quote unquote official one. Yeah. So I still have this one. I don't know. I'll do something with them. I took that G1 Magnus gun and gave it to, because it's, even though it's for the bigger one, it still fits the smaller one.
Let me ask you this, Greg. Would you have preferred all this shit for Ultramagnus that turns in all these weird guns, like, just turn into, like, big-ass hammer for Ultramagnus, which is, like, kind of like Ultramagnus in many different incarnations has a hammer?
That's so dumb.
Yeah, that's like the animated or manufactured.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than all this, like, guns that are attached to his side, or this, like, you know, tripod gun that he can put in front of him. Like, I don't know. I'd rather it just be a hammer, and I feel like it would have just been easier to do anyway. So.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I never used it. But I guess at least with a hammer, it comes in hammer form in the box, so there's an easy little tray just to stick it in.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's one consolation. But
I mean, outside of this gun, I think he looks good in both modes. Like, it looks great. Like, it's exactly what I want from an Ultramagnus. But now, yeah, I do have to store this extra gun thing somewhere. I have my Legends in a little shoebox nearby, so because like I always like to, you know, when I'm stressed out at work or something, I'd like to grab one of my Legends and just transform it back and forth while I'm thinking, you know, like, because it's so easy to do. And like, yeah, now I have to have an extra gun piece in here, so it's okay.
Yeah,
not that big of a deal, but you know, it would have been nice if it was integrated. So.
Well, it's like what I said earlier regarding like Perceptor and accessories, and Robert's like, what do you want to come with? And I was like, that's my point. I don't. Like, that's when it's the same kind of, it's obviously not the same situation, but it's the same kind of thing. Like, you're just throwing extra stuff in the box. Like, it's the same thing when they try to throw, like, I get it when they do it with the Masterpiece figure, and like, you know, the stuff has like a place, but when they make stuff that has no, like the guns, like no base and any kind of, you know, any design, or it's just there because they can't do anything else with it. Like, that's the only reason it's there. But except, like, imagine that, but just as a part, just to drive up the cost.
Yeah. Where does that part go to this trailer?
I have no idea.
It's necessary. It's like fucking necessary. Like, so you've got to keep it around. I forget. I saw the video and I was watching. I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, cool. Legs, arms. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, like basically after you do the feet, legs, arms, chest, you know, and the shoulders, you're like left with a chunk of shit that you pull apart and turn into these cannons. And I don't get why they had to do that. You had the freedom of something that didn't have to transform.
Yeah.
I mean, still the alt mode's not like a fucking perfect Ultramagnus. So what the fuck were they doing?
What don't you like about the alt mode? What am I missing?
I don't know. I don't like the chest plate sitting up like that. It looks like it transforms.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. Yeah.
Like,
they should have had some transformation elements in this. Like there should have been a thing on this piece to either rotate it around 360 or I'm sorry, 180. Or have it just like hinge so it puts the chest downwards. I can see that, yes.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that until you pointed out.
Why do you even need to have it? Why do you have to have it there? It's just little pieces of everything.
Yeah,
plug
exactly.
In
It could be underneath everything.
It could be half of it one place, half of it another place, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does it have to look
You're
like
not
it
wrong.
transforms? Like, does he have to have his feet hanging off the back? Does it have to look like his boots? Because they come apart. Those aren't boots that slip onto his legs.
Yeah.
It's panels. Everything's panels that pop off that you reassemble around him. So,
well, the boots at the back end is kind of. I feel like that's always how Ultramagnus has kind of looked in his truck mode. So like I can get rid of that, but the chest being face up, I agree. They should have done something better with that. It makes me wonder if the parts that are extra here are actually underneath that, and if so, why?
I think they're around where you imagine the backs of his calves to be, like his calves.
Okay.
It's down there. It's like filler for where the cars would be.
Gotcha. So why didn't you use the chest there?
Right. Exactly. It's fucking bumpy and sticking out and crappy looking anyway. Have it over there.
Yeah. Upside down so it's flat.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Feels like the first time. Anyway, I don't know. I just don't know, but I hate the Gundam.
He looks, he looks very beefy, which aesthetically is really pleasing combined with his armor mode. But that extra shit, man, that is very. I feel like a 13-year-old high school student just is piloting him at this point, full of angst.
But I don't think it's just fillers, though. I think it's also. It is actual stuff that's necessary to the alt mode. It's connection stuff. I gotta watch the video again. It's really not stuff that you could just put aside and still have your alt mode. You need this stuff. So, fuck you, Magic Square. You fail.
Yeah, I still ordered it.
Yeah, me too.
I hope that none of his rubber tires are on, and that you get just washers you have to put on yourself, Greg.
Speaking of kind of impressive,
why'd they fucking shove the prowl in there? It doesn't even fit. And they got fucking cliff jumper up top. That's not safe for a little baby. Anyway, whatever. All right, sorry.
Sorry, moving on to Magic Square Toys MSG02 Little Ninja Nightbird. Standard version, colored sample. This looks
it's just
cute.
a retool of RC, right?
Pretty much.
See, the thing is, Nightbird doesn't transform. So I don't know why they would go at Nightbird first and not Alita 1. I think anyone who wants Nightbird would also want Alita 1. Like, why wouldn't they do all the transforming fembots first?
I think there's a lot of a lot of people really like Nightbird. So.
I don't. Yeah, but the thing is, of course everyone, but who doesn't like Alita 1? Like, the thing is, it's just like there's like that kind of like forgiveness element. Like, you're like, oh, I know the figure doesn't transform in the show, but she does, so it's cool. But you know it's not cool because she's not supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but there are other fembots that do that aren't obscure at all. And like already their second showing is something that you have to do a little bit of mental gymnastics to accept. Whatever. We're nitpicking. It's only $55, right?
Is this making you angry?
It's making me angry.
Why don't you just not buy it if you don't like it?
I'm not going to.
Why don't you just do like we did when that Nicey came out and people were like, "This is a little too sexual." Like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Like I don't think RC like I don't feel comfortable still calling this RC if it doesn't have an RC head and looks like a hooker. That's fine.
Speaking of which, I saw recently a post about a new third party Prime RC. Did you see that? And people were talking about how it's sexualized, and it wasn't even sexualized.
Oh, it's not really Prime. It's just a motorcycle, right? That's
It's a Prime-esque.
It's Nanomake or whatever. The same people that did that crazy ass Grimlock.
Right.
Man, speaking of Prime RC, I saw the Red series. I went to a Walmart the other day. I got a haircut and I had to stop at Walmart, pick something up, and across the street. And I went in and they had some of the stuff I hadn't seen before. So they had the red stuff, and they actually had that little hot rod that everybody went crazy over, and a couple other things from other lines that I just never saw anywhere else. And man, there's some of that stuff. You got to squint your eyes. Like there's some.
Greg, listen, we do not. You know what? We're not affiliated with his comments.
I get it. Well, look, I'm not being a racist, and I'm not making a racist joke. So let's not go there. But,
I don't even know what that means.
Sure you don't, buddy. But I don't. I just like it's cool, but again, like I thought about picking up a couple of those and fudging them in with some other stuff to kind of, like make it work. And like I almost bought one of those. I was at Target and I saw a reaction. Those reaction figures, those little 5-point of articulation. Funko used to make them, and on Super 7 makes them. You know what I'm talking about. They had I guess it was an old Target exclusive, and I don't know if they found it somewhere. Someone stashed it months ago, but it was dead Optimus Prime. And I was going to get it and just have him in a display, like just throw him on his back with some other ones around him or something. And like it would work. And then I got the registry, and I think it was $20. $20 for that little thing. And I said, no, put it back. I do not want that. There was no price tag on them, and I understand why there wasn't. Now, none of the reaction figures in my Target have price tags. They're all in with something else, and they're all nearby price tags that are under $10. So you just assume you see that, and you're like, oh, it's $10. That's how Target gets you, man. Target's kind of shicey with stuff. They do it online too. They change their prices based on your mobile location. Online and in the app. It's a fact. They admit it too. But anyway.
All right, we're going to do this last one here, then we're going to call it a night. It is the Mastermind Creations Ocular Max PS25 Insertus G1 Groove.
Insertus? Well, you know where this is going.
Yeah. Sex talk. Vaginal discharge.
I was thinking anal.
Like it. There was some confusion as to how that has the foot and the back piece separated to show how it connects, but that actually comes from Hot Butt. But that did cause some confusion. But yeah, I think it looks great.
This looks sharp.
I
think I'm in
100%
on the
hope
MMC
that they
version.
don't fix the police on the right-hand side of the motorcycle.
No, hold on. I got to look at the picture. I've been looking.
What does it say?
It says Isolip.
What? Why the hell?
Because
That
it's
doesn't
mirrored.
make any
It's
sense.
mirrored. It's backwards.
Oh, it's just mirrored?
Yeah.
Or is it actually... Okay, I'm not looking at that.
It's just mirrored. They did design half of it and then just mirrored the other half, basically.
Sounds like the disease you currently have, Justin.
Yes, indeed.
Isolip.
I really hope they don't fix it. I want my Groove to have the wrong thing on there.
Yeah, I'm about to straight up just throw away these generation toy figures I got. because these look really great.
Don't you should wait until this comes out, or wait until like they start posting pictures of the boxes online, and then go to the Repro Labels group and start demanding a set. And start demanding a set that's got the solo sticker, and start demanding it before they could possibly have it in hand, and something that like no one else would want, like one person, and you have to be loud and obnoxious about it.
So you prefer the X Transbots to this, Justin?
Yes, I prefer
Why?
the more realistic look.
It's cleaner though. The motorcycle is cleaner. It's still detailed.
Maybe. I don't like how Groove in robot mode looks though. Like I'm in on both these because I like Defensor, but like look at the way his head sits on top of the chest and stuff like that. Like it's messy.
He's a turtleneck.
Yes,
Or
he's
I
wearing a
like to see it
turtleneck, like any good cop should, right? So.
You fool! That looks fine. My main concern is like with those exhaust pipes. It looks like they're molded onto the legs, which is good.
How do his legs bend, man?
Oh, I blew those pipes, and I don't see a waist swivel.
And look, he just has like a cod piece. He doesn't even have a proper skirt.
So, is this one of that line where like the foot is integrated I can't say the word.
Integrated
into the robot mode.
Integrated.
Integrated.
No, the foot and stuff comes out of Hotspot. That's what I was saying before. That they just cut it off, show how it's going to connect, like what it looks like from the back. But no, there's a bar that comes out of Hotspot's leg, and there's two pieces, and it comes down, and then the two pieces come around and make the foot, and it connects all up like that.
So it's not integrated.
If you want, yes, it is all integrated. It's all integrated. It's just integrated with Hotspot.
I see what you're saying.
It's still integrated within the 5 figures. Like you don't have to have any external parts, but it's just not integrated with Groove. It's integrated in the main body.
But I was really looking forward to some big ass stupid cannon that doesn't belong on Defensor.
But
oh no, that's generation.
So if I just happen to like to collect limbs without combining them, I couldn't just have a leg with a foot.
You just have a leg now.
That's so cheap.
Fucking cash grab. Call it a cash grab. You're not gonna make any sense to go all the way and just call it a cash grab.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. Is any of these guys up for pre-order yet, or?
Well,
not like legitimate. I don't think there's any like official. I think it's like we know it's coming at some point. Send us $3 and we'll hold them for you. Pre-orders.
Oscar, are you gonna have to renew your vows to get this?
That'd be cute, right? Because man, that TFC is not holding together very well.
Honey, let's renew our vows. Oh, honey, that's so sweet. What made you think of it? Oh, a couple Defensors are coming out.
Is that a wedding present? Did you get a Defensor for your wedding?
Well, she when we dated up until we got married, she bought me every piece of TFC Defensor Prometheus.
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, man, that thing was a floppy mess. That thing went floppy after like it didn't even last as long as TFC usually did.
Nope.
Like that Cringer, you know that box is not going to support you, buddy. You know that is not a good cat idea, but he's going to try it anyway. And then he's going to come back and look at me and be like, why you so bad? Oh, 11 years old, so retarded. I don't mean that word into despair. I didn't mean to say that. I shouldn't have said that word. I apologize.
We are distancing ourselves from Greg's next statement.
I'm actually going to apologize right now for saying that.
We are social distancing ourselves from Greg's next statement. Yes.
I should have said that. That was
Mask up, everybody.
If you are retarded, we apologize.
Okay, and I just dissed myself from Robert now for trying to make it into a joke. I was legitimately, I'm sorry for saying that. That's not the way I used to present myself in public, as it were.
That's not your true woke self.
If 3 people are listening, it's still, still public. So.
Hey, listen, anybody listening to this show is fucking retarded. So my hat's off to them. And they know it too.
We are fucking retarded.
Hip, hip, hey!
All right, so on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening because I got to get up early for work. You can always check us up on Facebook at facebook.com/Shattercast Uncut. You can always hit us up on email at shattercastonline@gmail.com. Hit us up with some questions, comments, concerns. If you have a comment about some of the stuff we talked about tonight, be sure to leave it below. Check us out on
Greg's
Spotify.
comments, especially Greg's comments about squinting eyes.
Especially the comments about vaginal discharge. Those two. We mentioned that quite a bit tonight because we don't care anymore. So for the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly. Be good to yourselves and each other.
Where do you see you've been shattered in 5 more years?
Where do you see you've been shattered?
Okay, guys.